Well, the lighting sequence has started. You see the blue lights that are on. You see that sequence. You hear the beat. You listen as it progresses through us here tonight. For the young Steely Steiner of the Jokers, you touched on it. Her father is one of the coaches, the head coach for Team Jokers tonight.
Pretty simple, folks. If you're new to this, green means go.
Here's the first of the red lights in the sequence. You can see the clock on the big screen. 10 seconds till the green light. And these barrel horses, they have to be kept as calm as possible.
And we are officially off to the races. Steely Steiner around barrel number 2. Hey, the one thing that doesn't change is this right here. Texas, talk to her one time.
Oh, and a 19-2-11. 19-2-11. Will be the first time on the board for Team Jokers. Remember, each of the teams have 2 athletes that we will watch in each of the disciplines.
So Paige Jones, her teammate that we'll watch at the end of section 2. Here comes Stevie Hillman. Stevie Hillman for Team Convoy. You can hear that sound. The sequence has begun, the 40-second clock sequence. Each end of the arena, you can see the blue lights. Here in a moment, you'll see the first red, the second red, the yellow, and then green. As you mentioned earlier, Matt, green means go. Simple as that. Now, the time automatically begins on the green light. Traditional barrel racing, the horses start and stop the clock. Here, the horse only stops the clock. Green light, off to the races, left barrel first.
This could be good. Come on, Texas, get ready to help out a great lady in the barrel racing who makes her home in Granbury, Texas.
Wow. 18.705. 18.705, the NBC5 leaderboard on the corners of your screen. And the low riders, excuse me, the convoy. The convoy takes the early lead with Stevie Hillman. Now we'll go to the low riders.
Yeah, let's look at Italy Sheehan. So Shoshone, Idaho. An alternate here this week. The sequence has started. Blue lights are on here for Team Low Riders. Under the direction of head coach Trevor Brazil, the assistant coach, the great Dale Brisby.
It's going to take a little getting used to for the old school rodeo fans watching this light sequence play out. Pretty cool look there of Italy down the alleyway, waiting for the light sequence to continue. There you hear the sound.
Yeah.
Now we'll start paying close attention to the color of those lights. You can see how focused she is.
I remember when all 3 of us got to watch this birth of the concept last May inside of AT&T Stadium, and I'm going to be honest, I was immediately a fan.
As excited as we have been at the beginning of this show, think about the nerves that are going through all of these cowgirls watching these lights right now. Here we go. 1 to the right, 2 to the left are coming your way. So far, so good. Third and final barrel, turn the corner. Turn it up, Texas.
Whoa. There is the lead right now early on in round number 1 with an 18 flat.
The low riders take a 7/10 of a second lead, and in barrel racing, that's an eternity.
And let's look ahead to the Misty Mountain Hop. Latricia Duke, Zephyr, Texas, her second time to be drafted on this Misty Mountain Hop team. At the very first ever Kid Rock Rockin' Rodeo, remember, this team was solid in the barrel racing, and a lot of it was right on the back of this national finalist and this incredible barrel horse trainer.
Yeah, and that's the horse Vanilla Wafer that she rode at the National Finals Rodeo to finish in the top 3 in the aggregate at her very first NFR. Down to 5, 4, 3, and the sequence goes now.
That horse you're talking about was runner-up to AQHA Horse of the Year a year ago. That cowgirl finished top 10 in the world, trying to finish top 2 here tonight to get her team to advance.
She's a Tarleton State grad, folks. And a new leader, 17.635. And the Misty Mountain Hop is going to leap to number 1.
See what you did there, and I like it.
Thank you very much.
Oh, but you can never count out this dynamic duo getting set to go for the Sledgehammers. Stephanie Fryer, Waco, Texas, another lady that is on this team for the second time. This is a different horse than we have seen her on. It'll be interesting to see how this young horse performs for her here today. Another all-star barrel racer.
Does that noise not make anybody else nervous?
Yeah. My heart's racing, and I'm just standing up here talking on a microphone.
Get ready, Fort Worth.
Oh. Saw that same thing happen on I-35 earlier today on my way into town.
And tough luck there. Sledgehammers not having the first half, and that's just part of it, folks. That is the unfortunate luck of rodeo sometimes, and her team is that one could be very, very detrimental. And they're saying officially a no time for a broken pattern. And compliments of Simmerer Kubota. We're going to call on the grounds crew to clean up the course. And right now, Latricia Duke, Misty Mountain Hop, and that horse Vanilla Wafer with a commanding lead.
Yeah, the lowriders are right behind it with an 18 flat, and then you look down the list, 18.705 Convoy. Jokers is the team that has ground to make up. Sledgehammers, that no time is going to cost them a lot. Remember, that is the first 5 ladies, the first run. So those teams, they're already represented once, but...
Glad you pointed that out. That is only the first half of our barrel racing competition here, because each of those teams will be represented by another barrel racer here momentarily, and it is far from finished, my friend.
Yeah, whenever you add those times together, you get the aggregate lead. The aggregate is what wins each of the disciplines here today. The top 2 teams that have the most discipline wins, they will advance to the shootout round.
Right now, I want to go down in front of the buck and shoots to the 4th member of our team, Anthony Lucia, who's standing by with a couple of coaches.
A couple of legends, Curtis Peterson, Fred Whitfield. They are the coaches of the Sledgehammers. When it comes to, step this way just a little bit, when it comes to a team and when it comes to coaching a team, what are you telling your team? Because rodeo, as we know it, has been an individual sport.
Yeah, you know, this is a unique event. We've got all these legends gathered, past world champions such as Fred and all the above. And so, you know, we've got professionals here, and so we're just gathering and making them do their jobs.
And Fred, you've won so many gold buckles. You're PRCA Hall of Famer. What kind of wisdom do you tell every one of your team members to help elevate them to that world championship mentality?
Well, rodeo's always been an individual sport, you know, and we help each other out along the way, whether it's breakaway roping, bulldogging, whatever the case may be. But it's really nice to see the competitors all come together for a common goal and try to win for a team.
Well, I'm asking the Canadian this, who's the nicest guy in the world. Are there any rivalries that have been created amongst the teams yet?
Yeah, the rivalries were set before this concept started, so this is getting bigger. The rivalries, yeah, this is getting bigger.
Well, we all get the opportunity to watch it play out on this night, fellas.
Yeah, it is every team for themselves.
Yeah, thank you to Sundance Square for giving us an opportunity to get down on the dirt. We have got the barrels set, and we are ready for Section 2, reverse order in the teams.
Oh, and you got to love this right here, the Team Sledgehammers. Going to call on a young lady from Lufkin, Texas, former Rookie of the Year. And her first time to compete for Team Sledgehammers. Her first time to compete in this whole team concept. Has to lay down a fast run. One red light is up.
Yeah, the $50,000 bonus, her piece of it would go a long way. She has got a wedding coming up to pay for, and this could pay dividends.
And we all know what that's like.
Yeah, expensive.
Every penny counts, every second counts, every 100th of a second count. Every hand in the building should be coming together right now as we stop the clock at a 19:053. 19:053 for the Sledgehammers.
Oh, it gets that Misty Mountain Hop. The team that right now has laid down the fastest run that we have seen so far in the barrel racing. Let's go to Wenda Johnson from y'all's home state of Oklahoma.
Say it right. Dr. Wenda Johnson, the 5-time National Finals Rodeo Cowgirl, getting ready to turn that corner. You can hear the sequence has started.
And she is riding another one of her phenomenal NFR barrel horses. And her teammate, Latricia Duke, won Section 1 of the 17,635. So her time plus Wenda's will be added together to hopefully get them a gold medal here in the barrel racing, the first contest tonight. This horse is a rocket, gentlemen.
So is the Cowgirl. It doesn't matter what she's mounted on. Get ready, because she's putting on a show. Yes, ma'am. Shut it down at a 19:122. 19:122 for the Misty Mountain Hop.
And that is going to put them at a total of 36,757. 36,757 on 2 runs for the Misty Mountain Hop. Sequence has begun for Carly Otero of the Lowriders. Folks, you want a lady to cheer for. This Cowgirl cracked her pelvis during the National Finals Rodeo just a month ago and continued the last 5 rounds and every rodeo since, riding through the pain. She is here tonight to help the Lowriders get the gold and the second seed headed to Arlington. Ooh, hang on, Carly. If they break that line before the green, it is a time penalty. Now, here we go.
4 trips to the National Finals.
Oh. Come on, Texas, you can show her a little bit of love as you help her back down to this end. As it is going to be a 5-second penalty for Otero, and it's going to be a total time of a 23:025 for Carly Otero.
And that is going to go to a 41:025. 41:025 unofficially on 2. Of course, Italy Sheehan had that 18 flat in Section 1.
I cannot wait to watch this lady right here run. Kayla Costa, Team Convoy, and they have a shot at pulling something out right here. Lay it all on the line. And you call on this Cowgirl that was born and raised in Brazil. You can see her glancing over the light sequence, making her way in the alleyway. There we go. Good around 1. Got to tighten them up a little bit in the 3rd turn. Texas, let's help a Brazilian Cowgirl. Solid. 17:963. That is the second fastest run that we have seen yet.
36,668. And that is going to go to number 1 in the aggregate for the Convoy, 36,668.
This next Cowgirl got her first pony when she was 2 years young. From there, she's won 3 state high school titles in Oklahoma. She's a Rookie of the Year and a National Finals Rodeo Cowgirl. Trying to bring it home for the Jokers here as our final barrel racer of the night. This is Paige Jones from Wayne, Oklahoma.
Got to be a 17.545 to get her team to advance. And based on rodeo barrel racing times in this arena, that is attainable. This girl has done it before, as a matter of fact.
Nailed the start here for Paige. Kanaoki lay down the fastest run.
Nice footwork.
Lift a leg and rock and roll. Let's go.
$18,381. 18,381 is what is going to be there for Paige Jones. And
I don't know if you heard our guy Garrett a minute ago throwing out a ton of numbers, and like I said, I'm from Oklahoma, so I'm leaving the math to somebody else.
Yeah, I can tell you the two teams that are going to finish the top two on the NBC5 leaderboard. Win number one is going to go to the Convoy. That is Kayla Costa and Stevie Hillman, 36.668. They are going to be the aggregate champions. Behind them, Misty Mountain Hop, that is Wenda Johnson, and Latricia Duke with a 36.757. So
starting it off in the barrel racing is another rock star. The sequence has started. Blue lights are up. We are going to go to the Jokers, and there is strong young lady of Paige Jones of Wayne, Oklahoma.
She was 18,381 earlier tonight. The National Finals Rodeo Qualifier will get things underway for the Jokers. Set the pace. Sid Steiner right there with her. Her head coach. We're headed to the right side first.
This is a horse change from the first round. Called in the Palomino. Round three, mash the gas. And 19.418. 19.418 for the Jokers.
The pace has been set so far for this shootout round, and now we turn our attention on over. Let's go to the lowriders. They are going to bring back in a young lady that was outstanding earlier tonight. This is Italy Sheehan. Shoshone, Idaho. There is a good look at that talented cowgirl who laid down one of the fastest runs that we have seen so far tonight. It was an 18 flat.
Yeah, that was one of the top three runs so far that we have seen here this evening. There were two that got sub 18. Then she finished that top three with 18 flat. Lowriders trying to maintain a close game here, if you will. The Jokers' first time of this round, 19.418.
Remember, it's all about laying down the fastest time.
Look at her casually checking out that sequence. Red light. Getting closer.
Here we go. All right, got to tighten it up a little bit in the second turn for the cowgirl. Lowriders, one left turn, and she gone.
And there's the win, 18.878 for the Lowriders. 18.878. That is one for the Lowriders. They'll win the barrel racing. Now, if they win the next three, the game is over. So to continue on, the Jokers must start getting the golds. And Zimmer Kubota once again is going to clean up the course for